So we've got the next banner, the next exclusive banner on Honkai Star Rail Beta, and it is Jing Yuan. If I butcher the name, I apologize. I suck at names. But this dude is so cool. Like, I didn't see him in the previous closed beta. Apparently, he was in there just because in the previous closed beta, I just played through the campaign and then stopped the game. But dude, this guy looks absolutely savage. I wanted to show you guys his skills because it's just too cool. But then also talk about like the way I really like the way they're implementing characters into this game. And that's pretty much like every character feels different. Like even if I've got 2 AoE damage dealers or every AoE damage dealer in the game, they all feel different in their playstyles, which I absolutely love. Now, something that I often see in turn-based games is new characters just feel like, you know, replacements of old characters, just better. But we will still get that in this game. There's no doubt. There's always going to be a best single target nuker, a best, but we do have the element system, which is going to shuffle that round depending on what enemies you're fighting. And then on top of that, we also have the fact that they just all feel different. Even the 4 stars all feel different and they just feel unique in their playstyles, which I really enjoy because in a game where, you know, rates are arguably pretty low, you're probably not going to get a ton of new characters, unfortunately, but at least the characters you have do have a unique feel to them. So I want to show you guys this this kit, how unique it is, and I just love this kit, and then show you the animations, because the animations are just absolutely savage on this guy. So let's take a quick look at his skills. So we're going to start with his talent because that's the most important thing. That's what his whole kit revolves around. So at the start of battle, he's going to summon a Lightning Lord, and it's got a base speed of 60, and it has 3 stacks of its attack count, they call it. And it can stack up to 10 times, and you're going to gain stacks on it by using his skill and his ultimate ability. Skill gives 2, ult gives 3. And what happens is when you add another stack to this Lightning Lord, it's going to increase its speed by 10, but also increase the damage. And at 10 stacks, as you can see, we're at 33% per stack. So you can actually max it out 10 stacks at having the capabilities to do 330% multiplier, which is actually really, really large. And then also that's to a single target. And then also the units around it, the adjacent units, take 25% of that damage. And I think it's with 1 or 2 Eidolons, it actually goes up to 50% of that damage, which is really, really solid. But it's a really cool playstyle where you have this Lightning Lord that goes into the turn order, and as you stack it up, it gets faster, so it's going to get around to its attack quicker, which can be a good thing because then you get more breaks, but you're not going to reliably be able to get to that 10 stacks and get max burst damage. But I just think all in all, like, it's a really interesting way for them to play it. And that's what I absolutely love about it. It's like, it's just completely unique. However, if he dies, the Lightning Lord is going to be gone. So that's his talent. That's what his whole kit revolves around. Then we have the skill. Now, this is just his skill and ultimate are basically the same thing, just the ultimate's a better version of the skill. They both deal AoE damage to all enemies. This one's only 50% base multiplier, and it adds 2 counts, 2 of the attack counts to the Lightning Lord. And the ultimate is 120% base multiplier, and it's going to add 3 counts for the next one. So, and also once the Lightning Lord takes its turn, it reverts back to its count, and then it like starts over, so it absorbs the count when it uses its attack. So I just think it's a really cool kit. Now, the one problem is that at the moment, from what we know in content, is that it's full AoE on this kit. Yes, we get some good single target damage from this guy, but it's also splash. The one problem I have is at the moment in the game with the game modes we have, AoE doesn't seem overly prioritized, but we could get more stuff in the future that does change that. So we'll have to see. So let's jump in. Let's go ahead and take a look at this guy's skills in action. Because like I said, when I jumped in and tested him, I'm like, wow, these skills are actually wicked. So let's take a look at him. All right, cool. Close that. I'll put it on 2 times speed till we get to his turn. So you can see there, the Lightning Lord is in the attack order on the left. So it's like straight after him at the moment, but you'll see where we go. So let's just do a basic attack with March. Boom. Okay.
There's no time to lose.
All right, so now we'll use his E. So we'll use his skill. Once again, this is full AoE, and it actually looks pretty cool. So just keep in mind when we do this, you're going to see his full AoE, but then you're also straight after it going to see the Lightning Lord's attack. And you can see the counts on the Lightning Lord. You can see the little sword. So he's at his base 3 stacks. We're going to add 2 stacks with this. And then the Lightning Lord's going to come in. So let's go with this. You can see he's at 5 stacks. And then there's the Lightning Lord's attack coming in. It actually looks savage. I should have done it on 1x speed. We'll do it again on 1x speed. So let's just shield up with March for a sec. Actually, no, we can just go ahead straight into the ult. So let's use his ultimate now, show you what that looks like, because this looks absolutely savage in my opinion. So as you can see, and once again, the Lightning Lord defaults to 3, so that's his base. So, you know, if we get an ult and then use a skill in this period, we'd get up to 8 stacks, which is quite solid. Actually, I'll bounce out after this and show you his other upgrades that he gets, because if he gets to 8 stacks or higher, he actually gets increased crit damage as well, which is really solid. So let's go ahead and use this ability, the ultimate. It looks savage. It looks savage.
Radiant spirit, heed my word. Show no mercy.
Dude just got a god attacking for him. It's so freaking cool, man. Let's speed it up while these guys attack, and then we'll go back into it. Because he has some pretty cool upgrades as well. Alright. And then we'll do one time speed for the E skill. Alright, so attack all enemies once again. And then we're going to have the Lightning Lord coming straight after it again. So that Lightning Lord's at 8 stacks now. And he just comes in. Boom. Dude, it looks sick. It looks so savage. Let's just buzz through this. And then I'll just show you his basic attack quickly. Which is nothing crazy. Okay, so let's put on 1x speed, basic attack. Just a standard. They've kept all the basic attacks pretty standard. And then Lightning Lord comes in. Dude, it's absolutely savage. Anyway, that is pretty much it for that one. Like I said, really cool playstyle, really cool animations. But I just wanted to show you the additional stuff that he gets, because this is always something to consider. All these traces are stuff you unlock as you go anyway. Now, the cool thing is he does get crit rate as well. Which isn't too bad. Increased lightning damage, crit rate, and then we've got lightning damage. But a bunch of crit rate ups in general are always handy, just to make gearing a bit easier when you look at gearing. So we've got 4, 8, another 5.3, another 2.7, and another 2.7. So we've got plenty of crit rate to add to him at his base. But then we look at the extra skill ups that he gets. If the Lightning Lord's attack count is greater than or equal to 6, so it's only 6 we need to get to, in the next turn, increases crit damage by 20%, which is really nice. Like I said, we're already getting that crit through his traces anyway, which is awesome. This one, immediately at the start of the battle, he gains 15 energy. This could be really good, I could see, in future modes where you got to clear enemies in a certain amount of stages. And this one, after using the skill, crit rate increased by 10% for 2 turns. So normally you're going to be using his skill in situations where you're bringing him, which would be the AoE situations. So, you know, you get 10% crit there. You got like 15% extra crit through his traces once you max him out. So in general, he becomes a lot easier to gear, and you can focus more on the crit damage and not stress if you don't get the crit rate rolls. So that's really handy. And then we go to his Eidolons. Now, 1 and 2 are probably going to be as much as most people see, with a bit of RNG depending. But at 1 is going to be Lightning Lord's when the Lightning Lord attacks, the damage multiplier on enemies adjacent goes up by 25%, up to 50%. I'm pretty sure that is. I'm pretty sure it's not 25% of 25%. It's not multiplicative. I think it's additive. So that's my guess. And then number 2, after Lightning Lord takes action, damage caused by his basic attack and skill and ultimate increased by 20% for 2 turns, which is really solid. Because it's 2 turns, you get into a cycle where it's basically just a 20% increase into his damage pretty much the whole time. 3 is just skill ups. This one here, if we go to 4, which no one's really going to get here except for the Giga Whales. After each attack count conducted by the Lightning Lord, he regenerates 2 energy. So each stack that you use is 2 energy, which actually becomes a lot of energy when you consider normally at least, well, you got a base stacks of 3. So you got a base stack of 3 plus 2 for the skills. So worst, you're going to be doing 5. That's 10 energy every attack. Plus if you do an ult in between, it's going to give you an extra 3 stacks. So it's pretty solid, like 16 energy per attack. Well, 10 and then 16 alternating normally. And then this one, every attack count of the Lightning Lord will make the target enemy vulnerable. While vulnerable enemies receive 12% more damage until the end of the Lightning Lord's current turn, stacking up to 3 times. Not too bad. That is actually a lot of attack, a lot of damage boost. So not too bad there. That's number 6. So like I said, 1 is what maybe some people will get. If you're god tier luck with low spending, you'll get to 2. Everything else is just whale territory. But that's what he has to offer. Like I said, I really like the playstyle of this. I like how they're getting unique designs, like not just in visuals, but like unique designs in the way you play your characters in this game. So honestly, this guy, I'd be tempted to go for him over over who was the last banner? What's her name? Zila. Everyone tells me that's not how it's said, but that's how they say it in the cutscenes in the game. So that's what I'm going to stick to. But to me, if I had to pick a character based on what I've seen for skills that I'm actually going to summon for in the game, like on a free-to-play account, it would have to be Silverwolf. That's just my personal opinion. I just think she's going to like... If she stays the way she is, I think she just ignores mechanics and she's crazy. But this dude, pretty savage nonetheless. But anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.